Greetings, YouTube. I have spent a long time, or at least it feels like a long time, thinking about this new progression level, reading a ton of comments on the forums, which we'll get to in this video, and my own YouTube channel, receiving thoughts from you all behind the scenes. I want to say straight off the bat, some people are excited. Some people think it's great. Some people feel justified, dare I say, vindicated, because when they go to the unit store and they have a chance to spend $45, $60, $120 on Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic deals, they've purchased every one. Every single one. They've spent thousands of units and thousands of dollars clearing all content and spending actual cash during every single event. And they have, some cases, more than 3 rank 4 6 stars. They look at somebody like me, somebody who has almost explored 7.4, completed 7.3, done about half of 7.2, and 100% explored 7.1. What up? And they think, noob, you don't deserve the new progression, which I'm still going to call wallet breaker, especially after the reveal today. You don't deserve it, man. You aren't worthy. You don't do map 8 of Alliance Quest. You don't do Alliance War at all. You think you're something special. You're a disgrace. Or maybe I am. But it's very fascinating to consider how much different the progression level is. And I do think Kabam might be thinking in the back of their heads, besides wanting to reward the highest of spenders, the biggest of whales, the Shamus of the community. We know that the biggest threat to people quitting is still introducing 7 stars. Because when we introduced 6 stars, boy, did people go crazy. And that is also why there is a new, shall we say, unheard of item that, before we start looking at a beta test for Act 8, we're going to remind ourselves of. And that is Tier 6 Class Catalyst. That's right. If you want to take a 6-star to rank 5, you need Tier 6 Cosmic Catalyst. In this case, any class you need. And you need 3 of them. And they look like the most child's play toy Jenga looking thing we've ever seen. Although really it's just a Tier 6 Basic, which also looks like that, just a colored. And so Kabam knows that they have 2 choices. Either rush 7 stars and lose a bunch of people, or slow down the progression of 6 stars from rank 4 to rank 5, but emphasize the importance of 6 stars from rank 3 to rank 4. That's what this title essentially does. It puts a premium, like there already wasn't, in Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic. And I wish I could tell you, since I have now a handy-dandy rank 4 6-star, that I've seen this crazy jump in damage from rank 3 to rank 4. And in some cases, maybe it's a little crazy. Like, instead of doing 6,000 crit with a mission or 8,000 crit with 2 missions, I'm doing 10,000 sometimes crits with 1 mission and 15,000 with 2. But does that justify all the units and cash spent to get the new progression title? No. No, I could easily do what I always tell people to do. If you want to rent a rank 3 6-star, or in this case a rank 4 6-star, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. You can just use a greater champion boost. Of course, in this case it's an Alliance War one with that special shade of green. But yeah, just rent them. Use one of these. Use a champion boost, or if you have them, a greater champion boost. Because it does improve everything about 30 to maybe 40%, but most likely not. I also have heard that people are fine with it that aren't close to maybe even becoming Thronebreaker, or just don't care. They're like, cool, good for the whales. We want to keep the revenue going so that the game stays intact. And if the people at the top that spend the most don't have the motivation to continue to spend, then they are going to leave. Somebody like KT1 or the Waffler, who have probably more than 3 rank 4 6 stars, are just fine. Of course, the other fear is that as the new progression title comes out, we're going to have every title become the new previous title. So Cavalier is going to feel like Uncollected. Uncollected is going to be more disrespected than ever. Thronebreaker will be the new Cavalier, and so on and so forth. And there is some belief in that. I don't understand how they're going to do this without introducing Thronebreaker crystals that can't and shouldn't have 3 stars for starters. They're giving us this new progression level, but the highest crystal that we can still purchase in these special deals is Cavalier, which is 2 progression titles away when May hits, when the May patch hits. That's crazy. But Kabam is lying to themselves, because after I set up all of this, because I have so many thoughts in my head that are going at once, Kabam did not really discuss in detail how important it was to purchase the 10,000 unit Act 6 exploration pack that in theory, if you grind the arena and give your soul and save a ton of time up, that they should purchase. And so there are quite a few people who said, I'm not going to purchase it. I'd rather save those 10,000 units for July 4th sales, which of course is months away still. And on paper, that seems like a good choice. Every other exploration pack that you couldn't purchase before certainly worked out. But in this case, now we have so many people, especially on the forums, who regret it because they did not give players a heads up of how important that purchase was. Speaking of which, let's just jump to the forums, shall we? Let's just check out this post because I haven't checked it out on video until now. So, again, for those that have conquered every challenge that the contest has to offer, those that have obtained the title of Thronebreaker, a new campaign progression level is on its way. So, the general thesis, the concept of this video is that true? If you are somebody who's completed and explored everything, including all the Karina's challenges, do you have enough resources to take 3 6 stars to rank 4? The general consensus, and really what I think they should have done, is the compromise on this, which is 2 rank 4 6 stars. Because if you've done everything, you should have that. But the third one is not so for many people who don't buy every tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha deal in the unit store, and also people who didn't spend tens of thousands of units or more on the greater gifting crystals in the gifting event in December of 2021. Again, I sort of get why they're doing this, but it is a radical departure from anything we've ever seen. And I did talk in my Act 7 Exploration Breakdown pack that this was going to be designed for the next progression level, but I just did the logical thing and assumed that it would be completion of Act 7 and 1 rank 4 6 star to mirror what was required for Thronebreaker, and I got half of it right, and the other half I got a third of it right, but missed 2 of the 3 in the theory because we had never seen something like that, and I was only going off of history. As you can tell, I'm talking somewhat fast because this video is already a decent length, and I don't want to make it longer than it has to be, but we haven't even read this post. So, in summary, let's just go to the meat of it. With this in mind, we made sure that on day 1 in May, it was possible to do for a summoner that has completed all of the story content in-game, completed all of last year's Summer of Pain objectives, completed Karina's Challenges Volume 1 and 2, plays in a higher tier competitive alliance, purchased the unit offer at the end of Act 7, Chapter 4, which again, they didn't even really tell people, you gotta have this if you want to become Wallet Breaker. And they should have done a much better job of yelling that from the rooftops. But they didn't. So is this post true, or are they lying to themselves? Well, let's jump all the way down to the posts on this now very commented on forum posts. And you can see several people have several thoughts. Let's check out Ebony Oma, though, or Ebony OM4W. I've completed everything the game has to offer, Karina challenges included, as well as the Summer of Pain event, adding that I also completed the Grand Master's Gauntlet and bought the unit offers there, as well as Cyber Monday, July 4th, although I don't remember if those had rank 4 materials in them. They did. Having said that, it is not possible for me to have a third rank 4 champion. Luckily, I recently got the champion to use the gem I got on Act 7, which he means the rank 3 to rank 4 rank up RNG gem of exploration. So that will be my second option. So how's that? Even with additional ways of getting these materials than the ones that were pointed out, it is still not possible for a player like me to get a third rank 4 champion. So clearly something must be wrong there with your calculations, and I could not agree more. I have looked at so many people who are in this. Gentlemen, we assume. If you are a lady, sorry. Like 95% of the community is male, so I'm just going with statistics here. Ebony Ma is also technically male. It's just not true for in-game players who have done everything and are in the toughest lines. Now, maybe that'll change after this week, right? Maybe that'll change after Friday. We'll see a huge influx of offers for Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic for purchase, because I can guarantee you they're not going to make the doubloon store where we got 27,000 free last year. And if you forgot what we got, I had a breakdown of that on my channel earlier this week, and I'm going to be doing a wish list tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, this isn't some like clickbait post where he's trying to complain or be overly negative. It's just math, and he's his own case study because he's done everything and he's still short. Now, I do think somebody like that will have a third rank 4 6-star by the maybe start of July 4th, which will probably be the first time that the progression level gets special offers, as you can see in this paragraph. But in the meantime, it's just a really strange thing. And we will have to do a separate video, probably next 24 hours, on what it would take in these new daily crystals and 4-hour crystals and weekly login calendars and monthly calendars to be worth this amount of spending. And of course, the fear will be that every day, every week, every month that you don't get access to that because you're still Thronebreaker, you're going to be getting further and further behind the people that are. Which is why if you change the rainbow, if you chase the rainbow in this game, it will disappear when you get to the end, and the goalpost will always move. So as I always tell people, it's better to relax and use 565 5-stars to beat all content than it is to essentially spend whatever it takes, and in this case you can't even do that, to become the next title. I would love to hear more feedback on this. I know this is a longer than normal video. I felt like I wasn't able to say half of what I wanted to, but I got the points I wanted in. I got to read a forum post that summed it up better than I could from a perspective that I am not, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Until next time, YouTube, continue to please be patient as I work through submissions, but I do appreciate at the same time your feedback.